Back to Tiffin University Dragon Radio Live here on Coast Country 100.9 WMJK. Your monthly look at Tiffin University athletics. Tiffin University, more information by going to www.tiffin.edu. More information on the athletics by going to gotiffindragons.com. Coach Gary Goff joining us now in his second season as the helm of the Tiffin University Dragons. Coach Goff, how are you tonight, sir?
I'm doing great, Russ. How are you?
Excellent. What a cool turnout we got here tonight for this excellent party.
We had a great turnout. I'll tell you what, it's nice to see all the family here. Most dads are excited their kids are going off to college, and some moms are getting a little teary-eyed, so it's good so they can say goodbye, and we got to get to work tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow morning everything begins, Coach. Let's begin at the end of last year. Okay, the end of last year, you lost quite a bit of players, brought in a whole big new recruiting class. Talk about the changes that folks are going to see on your roster this year.
Well, I'll tell you what, my staff did a great job recruiting. We were very selective about the recruits we brought in. And quite honestly, very selective about the young men we let stay in the program. Mm-hmm. So I'm very confident we got a bunch of great, high-character young men that we're ready to go to battle with, and guys we can depend on. I mean, football is a very disciplined sport. You can't go out there and have 11 guys do their own thing, and that stuff starts in the classroom and on the practice field.
Not only changes with your roster this year, but also some changes with your coaching staff as well.
Yeah, we did. I had a few coaches move on to, better promotions, I guess I should say. One left to be an offense coordinator. The other one left to Oklahoma State. I hired Craig Yeast to come in and be our receivers coach. Craig Yeast was the All-American receiver at the University of Kentucky, played in this offense. He also played 7 years professional football. Very excited about having Coach Yeast. He's a perfect fit. He brings that excitement to the staff and a very hard worker. Brings a lot to the table there and a lot of experience. And then, we added Scott Preston as our new offensive line coach. And Scott is coached around the country. He's been an offense coordinator of the year at Arkansas Tech. He's also been in this offense for a long time, so very, very excited about having his knowledge on the staff. And then the guy with the big challenge is Seth Durr. Coach Durr is our new defense coordinator. Mm-hmm. He was here in spring ball with us. But I tell you what, our guys on defense got a lot better in spring. I mean, we look like we're fundamentally sound. We're pursuing the football, all the little bitty things, and I expect great things out of that side of the ball too.
Well, when you start looking at tomorrow morning and what you have to do to build to September 1, what is it? What's the big key?
Well, it's almost like Christmas morning.
Yeah.
We finally get to take the field tomorrow with all of our signees, so we're excited about that.
Absolutely.
We got new toys. So, one thing is obviously we've already evaluated this talent, but seeing exactly where they fit into some of the scheme of things. But probably the biggest thing is us going out there from day one and being fundamentally sound. I mean, hey, if you tackle, block, catch, you can play the game. That's easier said than done now.
Well, a lot of people, when you break football down, it comes down to that sometimes. It comes down to blocking and tackling.
No question about it.
Absolutely.
No question. So, yeah, tomorrow we'll see, somehow the moving parts are getting put together, and we've got about 28 practices before our first game, I think is what it is. And, we can't waste a single moment out there on the field with these guys.
Well, you talk about your guys. You got a young man, a student athlete sitting beside you. Why don't you go ahead and introduce the young man to your right?
Yeah, it's Joe Collard. He's one of our defensive linemen. He's a very dominant player in this conference, and he's going to be a junior for us this year.
All right, Joe, where'd you play your high school ball before you were at Tiffin University Dragon?
Bering Springs High School in Michigan.
All right, and you're a junior now?
I am.
What are you studying?
Marketing.
Marketing, and what your post-Tiffin University career, what's next for you think?
Just going on, hopefully maybe to play in the next league, maybe even masters going on the next school, but going on to make my career.
Well, as you look at your junior year here, you're a junior with the Dragons, right?
Yes, sir.
Look at your junior year here. What kind of expectations are you putting on yourself? What kind of goals are you putting on your shoulders?
Just be a team player. With this defense, it's all being team. Doing your job, knowing your assignment, that's what Coach Durr expects, and nothing less.
Do you expect some better things from the Dragons this year, both on both sides of the ball, especially on the defensive side?
Definitely. Coach Durr is an excellent coach, and the coaching staff on defense brought on a lot of new recruits, and we're very encouraged about this season.
All right, and what position do you play on the defensive line?
Defensive end.
Defensive end?
Yeah.
It's a fun position to play. There's a lot of action at defensive end. On the defensive line, it's a glory position, too, a little bit, right?
It is. Getting the sack, the tackle for loss, it's
he's
awesome.
Grinning, Coach. You started talking about glory for his position. He's grinning now. You see
No
that?
question.
Definitely excited.
He's one of those guys that he wants them to blitz the linebackers every time, so it frees him up a little bit.
Yeah, we go one-on-one a little bit here for us. So, all right, Joe, thank you so much for stopping in and chatting with us. Let's bring another one of our student athletes over. That's Joe Collard, everyone, defensive end for the Tiffin University Dragons. Now, was this young man a little reluctant to do this? I thought I heard you talking to him a little bit earlier. Was he a little reluctant?
I don't think so. I think he's done this several times for ESPN, and he's a natural at it.
All right, our next guest to your right, quarterback James Capello. James, how are you, sir?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Last year, a little bit of an injury-riddled season for you. Healthy coming into this year?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so talk a little bit about yourself. Where'd you play your high school football?
Lebanon High School in Pennsylvania.
And what year are you at Tiffin?
Junior.
And what are you studying?
Homeland Security.
And if you don't get to move on to the next level, as Joe said, what's your plans after graduation?
Most likely the Army.
Okay. All right, when you look at your season coming up this year, you putting some hefty goals on yourself. I mean, the offense scored a lot of points last year. You're going to try to keep that up. I mean, when you look at the season upcoming for yourself, what's your thoughts?
We just need to be more consistent. We'll have one good drive, and the next 3 drives won't be as well. So it's one of our big things this year.
Well, you have some good tools on the offensive side as well. I mean, one of your receivers, Obadiah Dykes, had a great year last year. I think he set a school record for catches in one game last year as well. So it's kind of nice having some leadership out there in the wide receivers, and you got some experience coming back in the backfield as well. Kind of feel like it takes a little bit of pressure off you and lets you free yourself up a little bit.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, all our receivers are amazing athletes. We got Tyler Jones and Marcus. Both. Marcus was D1, so he knows what he's doing. They're both smart guys, and we got some coaches, got some good recruits in. It just takes a lot of pressure off me.
James is most excited about the offensive lineman we brought in. He always wanted to see him and see, are they at least 6'5"? I mean, perfect, coach, perfect.
Yeah, there you go.
It all starts up front. If those O-line do a great job, James is going to have an unbelievable season.
You talk to any football coach at any level, and that's the first thing they're going to allude is that everything up front, is that offensive line play.
You have to. And the style of offense we run, any style. I mean, you got to have the big guys up front, and those are usually the smartest guys on the team, and they got to communicate a lot, and we're going to be a lot deeper. We've got some really good guys coming back. Gage Gorman is a guy we missed a lot last year, and he's going to be the senior of that offensive line and anchor it down for us. And then we've got some young guys that they got to come in and play.
Absolutely.
And we told them that when we recruited them, and they know that coming in, and we're going to throw them in the fire starting tomorrow.
Well, McKendree University,
I'm in love with Gage.
Yeah.
You're in love with Gage?
Capello's got a man crush on Gage. I can't believe he just went public with it, but it's okay.
They're winking and pointing. Uh-oh. Well, McKendree University opens it up September 1st, and you jump right into the GLIAC. We've got our first big, long road trip on week 2. When you look at the GLIAC conference, does it start where it usually starts?
No question. Again, Grand Valley's going to be the top there. Wayne State obviously played for the national championship last year. They're not on our schedule this year, so we don't have to talk about them anymore.
It doesn't really matter in the GLIAC anymore. I mean, it's a murderer's row every week.
The GLIAC champions didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So from top to bottom, it is a very, very tough conference. It is as close as you can get to Division I football, I'm telling you. But we've got to get off to a good start. Our second game of the year is when we start the conference. We go up to Michigan Tech. They're going to be nationally ranked. They're a really good program. However, that's going to be their first game this season. That'll be our second game. So, maybe we got some momentum going into that game, and we got the pregame jitters out, and we're ready to go. Then we come home against Grand Valley, who will be nationally ranked. But you know what? Everybody's human.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's why we play the game. Anybody can be beat on any day. So we just got to look at the schedule as one game at a time, worry about what's in front of us, let everything else fall in place, and stay focused on that.
Well, as we said, it all gets started September 1. You can hear all the games at Coast Country 100.9 WMJK. You can follow the Dragons at GoTiffenDragons.com as well. And, Coach, I'm really looking forward to it. And then also, August, I believe it's on 27th, we get the Gary Goff Show started on the local Tiffin station, WTTF, where everybody that's in attendance tonight, you can tell all your friends and family they can go to WTTF.com, sister station of us here at Coast Country, and hear the Gary Goff Show every Monday night. I believe we're doing, 7 to 8? Or 6 to 7? 6 to 7, yep. So that's coming up starting at the end of this month. So, Coach and James, thank you guys so much. We'll chat to the Pioneer Mill real quick. We'll let you go get out here with the rest of your crew, and thank you for making time with us. Look forward to September 1, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Russ.
Thank you.
All right, Coach Gary Goff and his student athletes, James Capello and Joe Collard.